The setup described is likely an old-fashioned water heater control system. Firstly, each circuit was used to power a separate heating element within the water heater tank. By controlling these elements independently, occupants could adjust the water temperature and heating speed. Secondly, these switches allowed users to turn each heating element on and off manually. The pilot lights would illuminate to indicate when the element was active. The missing load wires suggest that the water heater itself is no longer connected to these circuits. Over time, the water heater may have been replaced or upgraded, and the old circuits were disconnected and abandoned. There are possible reasons for the abandoned circuits, including outdated technology. Old water heaters with multiple heating elements have become less common in modern homes. Newer water heaters typically use a single, more efficient heating element. Independent control of heating elements could pose a safety hazard if not properly maintained or operated. Modern water heater controls have built-in safety features to prevent overheating and scalding. Heating water using separate elements can be less energy efficient than using a single, larger element. Modern water heaters are designed to minimize energy consumption. It is recommended to have a qualified electrician inspect the old circuits and disconnect or remove them if they are no longer needed. Leaving abandoned circuits in place can be a potential safety hazard. When dealing with old electrical wiring, safety is paramount. Always to energize the circuits at the breaker panel before inspecting or working on them. Use a non-contact voltage tester to ensure the wires are not live. If you are uncomfortable working with electricity, call a qualified electrician. They can properly assess the situation and make any necessary repairs or upgrades. Understanding the purpose of old electrical components can help you make informed decisions about your home's electrical system. Knowing the history of your home's wiring can also help prevent accidental shock. An important component is the circuit breaker. Circuit breakers are designed to protect electrical circuits from damage caused by overcurrent or short circuits. When the current in a circuit exceeds the rated capacity of the breaker trips, interrupting the flow of electricity. This prevents overheating and potential fires. It is important to note that circuit breakers are not designed to be used as on-off switches. Repeatedly switching a circuit breaker on and off can weaken its internal components and reduce its effectiveness. Instead, use a proper switch to control the flow of electricity to a device or appliance. Another essential element is grounding. Grounding provides a path for stray electricity to flow back to the source, preventing electrical shocks. All electrical outlets and appliances should be properly grounded. If you notice a damaged or missing ground wire, contact an electrician to have it repaired or replaced. Moreover, electrical codes and regulations vary by location, so it is important to be familiar with the codes in your area. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a widely adopted set of standards for electrical wiring and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay current with the latest version. Local codes may be more stringent than the NEC, so it is always best to check with your local building department. When installing new electrical wiring, always use the correct size wire for the circuit. The size of the wire is determined by the amount of current it will carry. Using undersized wire can cause overheating and potential fires. Refer to the NEC for proper wire sizing guidelines. It's important to use the correct type of wiring for the application. There are different types of wiring for different purposes, such as indoor wiring, outdoor wiring, and underground wiring. Each type of wiring has different insulation and protection characteristics. Using the wrong type of wiring can be a safety hazard. Wiring connections should always be made inside an approved electrical box. Electrical boxes provide a safe and secure enclosure for wiring connections. They also help to prevent the spread of fire in the event of a short circuit. All wiring connections should be made with approved connectors. Wire connectors provide a secure and reliable connection between wires. They also help to prevent corrosion and loosening of the connection. Avoid using tape to make wiring connections, as it can dry out and become brittle over time. Electrical panels should be properly labeled. The label should indicate the purpose of each circuit breaker. This will help you quickly identify the correct breaker in the event of a problem. It is also a good idea to create a circuit directory that lists all of the devices and appliances that are connected to each circuit. Electrical outlets should be properly spaced. The NEC specifies the maximum distance between outlets in a room. This is to ensure that extension cords are not used excessively, as they can be a safety hazard. Extension cords should only be used temporarily. For permanent power needs, install additional outlets. It is also a good idea to use surge protectors to protect sensitive electronic equipment from power surges. Surge protectors can help to prevent damage to computers, televisions, and other electronic devices. When working on electrical projects, it is important to have the right tools. Some essential tools include a wire stripper, a screwdriver, a pliers, and a voltage tester. Make sure your tools are in good condition and properly insulated. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By following these tips, you can help to keep yourself and your family safe from electrical hazards. Always be aware of the potential dangers of electricity and take precautions to prevent accidents. Furthermore, when you are examining old wiring, look for signs of damage or deterioration. Cracks, fraying, or discoloration of the insulation are all warning signs. If you find any damaged wiring, it should be replaced immediately. It is also a good idea to have your home's electrical system inspected by a qualified electrician every few years. They can identify potential problems and make recommendations for upgrades or repairs. Remember to avoid overloading electrical circuits. Overloading a circuit can cause the wires to overheat and potentially start a fire. Do not plug too many devices into a single outlet or extension cord. If you need more power, install additional circuits. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are devices that protect against electrical shock. They are required in areas where there is a risk of contact with water, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCIs detect imbalances in the electrical current and quickly shut off the power to prevent a shock. If you don't have GFCIs in these areas, have them installed by an electrician. Another aspect to consider is aluminum wiring. Aluminum wiring was used in some homes in the 1960s and 1970s. It has been found to be more prone to corrosion and loosening of connections than copper wiring. If your home has aluminum wiring, it should be inspected by an electrician to determine if it needs to be replaced or remediated. Consider smart home technology for energy efficiency. Smart home devices, such as smart thermostats and smart lighting, can help you save energy and money. They allow you to control your home's temperature and lighting from your smartphone or tablet. You can also set schedules to automatically turn off lights and appliances when they are not in use. When replacing old appliances, choose energy-efficient models. Energy-efficient appliances use less energy to perform the same tasks as older models. Look for the Energy Star label when shopping for new appliances. Upgrading to energy-efficient appliances can save you money on your utility bills. Solar panels can also be used to generate electricity. Solar panels convert sunlight into electricity. They can be installed on your roof or in your yard. Solar panels can help you reduce your reliance on the grid and save money on your electricity bill. Consider alternative energy sources. In addition to solar power, there are other alternative energy sources, such as wind power and geothermal energy. These energy sources can be used to generate electricity or heat your home. They are environmentally friendly and can help you reduce your carbon footprint. Consider demand response programs. Demand response programs are programs that pay you to reduce your electricity consumption during peak demand periods. These programs help to prevent blackouts and brownouts. They also help to reduce the overall cost of electricity. In summary, electrical safety is an ongoing process. By staying informed and taking precautions, you can help to keep yourself and your family safe from electrical hazards. Always be aware of the potential dangers of electricity and take steps to prevent accidents. In this specific case of the old water heater circuits, prioritize safety by having them properly disconnected or removed by a qualified electrician. Never attempt to work on electrical wiring if you are not comfortable or qualified to do so. Always consult with a licensed electrician for any electrical work that needs to be done.